We keep hearing about how banks are encouraging and efforting to increase the number of senior-level women, but the numbers indicate that this is just not happening. We have enough women graduating as MBAs. You have banks that now offer diversity chiefs, affinity groups, parent leave, return-to-work programs, lean-in circles. What isn't being done?
Well, basically, from my opinion, I think the primary challenge and what's not being done is that we need to get more male leaders engaged in the process. They need to make sure that diversity is a business imperative. It's not just that they'll pay lip service. They have to hold all leaders, male and female leaders, accountable. They have to make sure they are measured against a specific target and that they're paid against that target.
Ms. Bruce, is that, I guess, one of the ironies of this, perhaps, that some of the men, some of them in position of power in the C-suite, they don't feel that they have a role to play here, and in fact they do?
Absolutely. I think it's a combination of women have created some women's groups and have inadvertently excluded men, and men haven't reached out as much to participate in the dialogue and to have a discussion.
All right.
And I'm sorry, go.
No. Until we get to that point, if you are a mid-level woman in a bank right now and you don't see a path forward to the C-suite or to the upper levels, should you be considering lateral moves that will at least expand your range of experience, even though that might be something that holds you back later on?
Lateral moves, in my opinion, are a good idea if it helps you get an additional skill set, particularly if you get P&L experience. Because one of the challenges is most senior level jobs require you to have P&L experience, and many women traditionally haven't had that. So if you're making a lateral move, but it's going to get you a P&L long term, I believe that's a very sound strategy. If you're making a lateral move and it's just doing more of the same, I would discourage it.
Ms. Bruce, you speak to a lot of women in finance and on Wall Street on a regular basis. What are they telling you? What are their concerns?
I guess the biggest concern is that the corporation itself isn't in a position to help them succeed. A good analogy that I use is that corporations have planted many trees in the form of attracting and identifying high potential women, but the organization or the forest is choking the tree and making it difficult for women to thrive. So we need to figure out a way to better deal with the unconscious cultural biases. Otherwise, women will continue to leave and they'll do their own startups, or they'll go to other industries such as healthcare, where they feel that they'll be able to make more of a meaningful difference and see success. Because as you mentioned on Wall Street, there's a lack of mentor, there's a lack of role models, there's a lack of sponsors. Until some of these issues are addressed, unfortunately, I believe very talented senior women will continue to leave the street.
Maryann, you have more than 3 decades worth of Wall Street experience. You've worked at a variety of Wall Street firms, Oppenheimer, Aquila, Evergreen. Can you share with us why you decided to leave Wall Street?
I left because there was a large corporate restructuring, there was an acquisition, and as a result of the restructuring, my position was eliminated. I was given another opportunity to stay at the organization, but it was not at the same size and scope of what I was used to, and I didn't really feel it took advantage of my broad skill set. So I decided to leave, and I was going to pursue other opportunities, and then there were just some medical issues with my daughter that I had to deal with, and ultimately I decided to do a complete shift and focus on board.